What's up? It's Patreon weekend. This is Ken. I hope you guys are all doing well. I have a few things I want to talk about. Today is going to be a little bit of a discussion because the most important thing that I want to talk to you guys about is what if you don't have enough time to train? Now me, I have even I just run out of time to train because I'm working on so many other things and I'm sure your lives are busy too. And so what we're going to talk about is how to maximize your training when you don't have much time. We're going to do it in about 10 to 15 minutes a day. Now, if you can't find 10 or 15 minutes in a day, it's going to be really difficult. But see if you can just put aside. I mean, that's time if you want to think of it like this, it's kind of like time that you brush your teeth. It's kind of the same thing. You got to just make just a sliver of time and you should be able to maintain where you are. Now, when you are working with very little time, the goal is to maximize how you're working within that. And I can't tell you specific techniques that you can do because only you know what you're working on and only you know where your capacity is. But what I can do is give you a broad general guideline. Okay, so you are basically going to train 4 songs. You're going to train 2 in the morning and 2 at night, and that's going to be your whole training regimen if you are stuck for time. It doesn't have to be necessarily right before you go to bed, but it's pretty close, right around that time, and then as soon as you wake up, kind of to freshen up. In the mornings, first let's go ahead and go from Monday to Sunday. Now everyone is working on different things with nunchucks, but what I'd like you to do is write out a list, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then break it down into styles. For instance, Mondays, let's do throws. Tuesdays, let's do hyper style. Wednesdays, let's do hand rolls, wrist rolls. Thursdays, let's do finger manipulations. And in that theme, you're going to work on specific things that you have been working on or that you've been close to working on when you had lots of time, okay? So again, I can't give you the hard set rules because obviously you may never use finger rules. And while I work on them, you may not need to. It's not something that everyone needs to do, but you know what you can put from Monday through Sunday. So go ahead and get a piece of paper, write it down, okay? That's your theme. Now, as soon as you wake up or within a couple hours of waking up, you're going to play 2 songs. It can be 2 random songs, or if it's 1 song, just make it 5 minutes or more. Oh, did my camera just shut off? Wow, I'm having some technical difficulties here. So yeah, if you're playing 1 song, just make sure it's 5 minutes or more, or if you're doing 2 songs, then it can be under 5 minutes. So that's all you need for the morning, and then you're going to do the same at night. Now in the morning, you're going to work on the train state. So as soon as you first start this exercise, your first song or the first half of your training is going to be moves that you can do 50 to 70% of the time. So these are moves that you're good at, but you still may fumble here and there, okay? This is kind of a warm-up. On top of it, you're just going to work on drilling these moves. So for instance, if you're working on 3 different moves, you're just going to keep doing the same move over and over in the morning. You're not working on expressing yourself with it. You're not putting it into a flow. You're just working on drilling the specifics, the technique, the precision, the ability to be very adept with it, very proficient with it. So you're just going to be drilling this for 2 songs, okay? The first song is going to be moves that you can do pretty good but not great, and you're trying to get it to great. You want to be sure that you're doing a move that you drop at least 20% of the time, but not more than 50% of the time. The second part is going to be on the second song, you're going to work on more challenging stuff. Now, this challenging part is going to be moves that you more often than not fail at. And you're just going to drill that. And if you also need to, for instance, if you're doing a throw and you spin around 3 times, you may need to work on some basic preliminaries to get that. So you're going to do the throw or whatever, and if you drop it, you're going to analyze why you dropped it, and you're going to try to work on something very fundamental through. So for instance, you may need to work on spinning faster 3 times, like if your body spins 3 times or whatever. You will know what it is. But basically, that's how we work. The first song is going to be pretty good, moves that you're pretty good but not great at, and you're going to work on that to warm up. And then the second song is going to be moves that challenge you a bit. And then you're done in the morning. And then at night, you are going to do the same thing. You're going to play 2 songs or 1 long song, and you're just working on flow. So in the morning is train state, the night is flow state. Now with the flow state, it's recommended that you try some of the moves you worked on in the morning. That way you can apply it. But the goal of the flow state is not necessarily to get the moves out, but to make all of the moves that you know say something. Now you notice I'm not really telling you should drill moves that you're great at, because when you only have a limited amount of time, you want to be efficient with what you can do. And if you can do something without thinking about it, then let's just kind of push this off to the side. And the only time we're going to use those moves is when you're in the flow state, when you're trying to express yourself. So in the flow state, anything goes. But the most important thing that you're trying to focus on is is becoming a creator, becoming like stage presence or performance, or putting your passion, or being able to take your emotions. If you don't want to be a performer, let's say you have a hard day, this is great because it's at the end of the day anyways. Then focus on being able to put the energy of your day, or your stresses, or your worries, or your fears, or even things that made you happy. See if you can incorporate those feelings and bring them out as you're spinning, and see if you can let it modify the way that you spin. And what you'll find is you're spending 10-15 minutes a day. Your training is going to keep you sharp. Your flow state is going to keep you present. That's a great combination. Now, I know in the past I've said there's 3 states. There's the train, the play, and the flow state. We're not working on the play state because the play state is kind of like where you come up with creative new ideas. We can't work on that because that can take a long time, and when you only have a limited amount of time, we're thinking about efficiency here. When you have more time, the play state is a great way to come up with your own unique moves, but when you are just flat out no time at all, I find that this is a fantastic way to supplement and to keep going without losing your hard-earned training. Again, 10-15 minutes, you got this. So I hope you enjoy that. I feel like that might be more important than teaching you a brand new technique, but you tell me what you think. I like trying to change up the format a little bit, not necessarily trying to get more philosophical, but I just want to make sure that we are well-rounded and I just don't pass off just techniques. Another thing is, I don't know if you noticed, I've been working pretty hard on Adobe After Effects in the last week or so. I'm going to show you a cool little video in a second. And basically, I'm learning just enough so I can help make the new reboot. I've been talking about the reboot. You may wonder, well, Ken, I know we did the survey. Like, what are you doing with all this information? But the truth is it's very simple, really. It's just that I'm just one person, so it takes me a while to be able to turn over things and to be able to get it going, you know? But once it goes, it goes. With the reboot, I didn't want to just re-record my videos. I wanted to bring like a whole new aspect out of it. So I want to be able to stop it. I want to be able to map things out like visually, not just me talking about it. So right now I'm just talking about it, but when I do the reboot, I want to make sure that the quality is at least twice as good as anything I've ever released before. So this is going to cause me to well, that's why I've been kind of taking my time, because I'm learning new tools, so that way when I do it, I can come up with something that I think you guys can be proud of and something that can last 10 years down the line. You know, that's what I'm shooting for. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you want, what else you guys want or anything like that. I mean, I love the fact that you're patrons, so thank you. I mean, you support me. I am halfway there to where Patreon is completely supporting me. And when that happens, it's going to be a very glorious day indeed. So I hope you guys are doing awesome. Please send me a message anytime, and I'll talk to you all soon. I hope these tips help. I know we all get busy, but just make sure you're always maintaining, even if it's just a little bit, because again, it's like I said, it's like brushing your teeth. I mean, if you only brush your teeth once a week, but you brushed it an hour, you know, it's not going to make your teeth as clean as if you do it every day just for a few minutes. So it's kind of the same thing with training, you know. It's like, if you really want to maintain, it's just make it a habit, you know. And even if you don't have time, 10 minutes, just 10 minutes. And you'll at least be able to maintain. So, all right, well, take care, and I'll talk to you all soon. Hope this helps.